stop, man. We haven't even started.
Hey, boys. Hey.
Hey,
Hey. What's going on?
what's happening?
What's happening?
Discuss
Welcome
world domination.
Just some
to
seasonal
another episode of the Cavalry Crew. I got my boys here, Stefan, Steven, Jake.
depression.
Say hello.
Hey,
Steven's
Hey.
gay.
hey. Don't say that, Bone.
Stefan's broke.
I am broke, physically and financially after this winter.
Yo, you ain't lying.
I just
If
want
you
everyone to
didn't
know
have
that
bad
since
luck,
the
you'd
last
have no
episode, since the last episode a couple weeks ago, my ducks haven't moved. They are still in a row.
He was cracking up over that too. That's
I
the
know,
craziest
I
part.
know, like, it's so dumb because,
It's so bad, it's good.
yeah, like it's perfect. They are dressed right, dressed, and even in color.
I mean, one's about to pass out from locking his knees.
Is that a
Last
unicorn
month.
I'm just saying, I see a lot of white ducks. I don't see any
duck?
duck culture over
I
there.
see one. There he is. Yep.
Right here.
There's a
Well,
half and half.
see, that's an Oreo though. That doesn't count.
No.
It counts.
Here, I've even hit the
Hey,
the
I thought that was unicorn duck. I could smell it from here.
I can smell it from here.
Dude,
Smells
speaking
like
of
fart.
unicorn ducks, have you seen that weird shit going around right
This
now?
one? Look, man, he's
What's
The new flesh-eating bacteria thing messing all the gay guys up.
yeah, I
What are
could.
you talking about right now?
Dude, it's been all over the news.
I don't know what news you're watching, but I never.
I know. I'm like, what news are you on?
West
I don't know,
Virginia with the
Across
West
Virginia.
news.
Tonight
Nah,
we've got a
more of
story of missing wires.
Yeah, that's more of our news.
Crazy
This
disease
sister
going around.
circumcised 10 brothers in one night with her jaw.
We'll talk about
That's
this
just the
skin
incest
after
disease.
Desmond
Like
West
they
Virginia.
turn it into a spectacle every time one of the whites get arrested. It's like a daily occurrence. They're like, "Oh, one of the whites got arrested." Yeah, they're fucking retarded.
Wait, is this the gay?
Are you talking about white people?
Virus?
No, the wild and wonderful whites.
I don't know
what
what that
is.
news
Hey, whoa.
channel are you on?
Whoa, where are you living,
I don't know
Bowen?
what that is.
What, you guys like kick people in the head?
Are you on a Netflix show right now?
No, but it was one.
That's so wild and
There's a whole fucking series about these people.
I mean, I've seen the
All
world.
these people.
I've seen the worldwide, the wide world of sports, but not the wild world
The
of
wonderful world of whites.
They started their
I
own
don't
www fucking news network.
wild worlds of whites
darkies
from
got
West
some
Virginia.
diseases y'all need to know.
Now for them gays, they got that flesh-eating bacteria.
Watch out, them gay skins dying.
Dude, they're something else, dude.
Them brown ones are melting. I don't know. Stay away from them.
Do they disappear when they step in the snow? I mean, I don't.
Is there happen to be
I
a
mean,
red
they're
one that's leading them?
they're so methed out. It's possible they can break dimensions. So there is a possibility they can disappear in the snow.
So you're saying they're
Bowen,
physicists?
you're around a lot of meth. What's with like meth heads thinking they're messiahs?
That's because they're looking at the W.
I don't know, man.
It's
like the
WWW. What the?
We just had a standoff up our road 2 weeks ago because some guy just got out of jail, got back into drugs. It was a whole ordeal. And he was kind of in that realm of
like I was sent back. I'm a holy knight. I'm the
yeah.
Messiah.
It was fucking insane.
I am the sword and shield. But what's weird is that the same story all over the country. Just fucking meth heads thinking like I'm this fucking shiny knight. Why is that
Oh,
the
no.
thing they're seeing on meth?
I don't know. Maybe they're so far out of it, they're touching something in their genome that they're like, I used to be this.
They were probably
There's a
altar
lot of
boys in the
genomes.
past.
I've never seen that.
They're definitely altar boys. And they were
How many
getting
genomes I got to touch to get to that?
at least 2.
I've never done meth, so
What multiverse is this?
It's not Stan Lee's.
It's
that's
definitely
pretty-
no. It's like a knockoff, like Rock Ree,
Yeah,
Rock
so-
the Timu version.
the Timu version. Yeah,
So
we were practice Earth.
We practice. Ooh, very good.
I guess I'm just so confused. I don't. What is the Wild World of Whites?
The wild. Okay,
You should know.
Was
Look
that
at
was
you.
that like a reality show?
It's the World Wide Web.
so no, yeah, it was a show.
If you have to look for it, you're not part of it.
Okay.
You gotta
Well,
ask
I wanna
me
make-
for it.
They did a
Yeah,
documentary.
It must have been on local programming. You know those old local programming
No, it was
shows.
dude. This was
Wise looks upset.
was
Like, why
well
wasn't
watched.
I invited?
Why the fuck am I
okay,
not a part of
they
this?
did a
He's like,
documentary
I'm
my
white.
face. Have you
back
seen
in-
these eyes, dude?
My
Nah,
credit's
I'm-
820.
So it's a documentary they did in 2009 about this family in Boone County.
Oh, interesting.
Here we go.
Virginia,
What, is this some
Who
software
happen to
underbelly?
be coal miners who also happen to be highly inbred.
Software underbelly.
No way. So fucking.
That is
funny.
literally. Is it the Whitaker family?
What was? Could you
No,
guys imagine
but
like
they're involved with it.
a coal mine mafia?
Is it?
No.
They keep it in the family.
Wise? No, I don't want to imagine that.
Do you think there was a coal
You got like a
mine going around like
fam-
You
Well,
just
like-
gotta-
going around Appalachia?
the hills have eyes in a fucking coal mine? No, I don't want
Right?
that. And what happened? Was this a family ran mine and they're just like, hey, let's
No.
fuck, we're in a dark
Dude,
tunnel.
It's
No.
Oh, we got to push out another helper.
Oh shit, she's pregnant. My bad.
Dang it, my sister's pregnant again. It's gotta be
We gotta go
mine.
tell dad
No.
again.
Put him on the payroll.
Oh, dad be like, damn, is that my kid? Like, no, dad, that's my kid. I'm your
No,
son."
dad. The daughter's
just
crying,
imagine,
I don't
though,
know
you-
who's the dad.
You never have to worry about unemployment or any other type of medical benefits. If
Also,
it's
like-
all
I want to
but-
know who's the
but
alpha.
it's
in the
so
pack.
similar to the Whitaker situation. So, anyways, but it's anytime
is similar to the
anybody's arrested from
Whitakers.
these- anytime anybody's arrested from these two families, the local news is
Who
like,
were the Whitakers?
Who was arrested? Who fucking cares?
You've never watched
Josh is
Software
like,
Underbelly?
how do you not know?
What?
The Whitaker family? It's the most inbred family, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah.
I kind of don't watch that stuff.
It's Soft White Underbelly. He does like interviews for
Oh.
addicts and all
Is that like on
sorts of
YouTube?
No, they like lost their parents, and most of them are like so fucking fucked
One
up
guy,
they can't.
he just barks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You type in the it's
some
more
wild shit,
fascinating than you think it is. He's like, yeah.
But is it real or is he just like?
yeah, no,
No, it's
it's
100%
real.
filming
real. Yeah, no,
And
It's real.
And
And it's no exaggeration. They are fucking.
Ray,
No, they
was,
definitely look inbred, but
Ray was buried in there's a bathtub on the porch.
And this is West Virginia.
no.
No, this
No.
is okay. There's
This
West
is-
Virginia, then there's McDowell County, and the border of Boone, McDowell. That's
East
like
Virginia.
they could honestly be their own autonomous zone.
So
Like, it's-
here's the thing. When I think of this stuff and like when I'm watching 1,000-Pound Sisters and see the epitome of Kentucky, I'm thinking that West Virginia and Kentucky really are the same state.
Well, they've
They
had
do
sex.
share the
they've
same
actually-
mountains.
So they're actually inbred states.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's all Appalachia, so
So like
The only reason they're still
Yeah.
alive is because they kind of share with each other.
they share amongst the families.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
clearly they're sharing.
Once a
everything.
year, they have to cross the border and produce a seed from another family. But
They gotta spread the seed.
And that's very much open borders right there.
It's close cousins, but yeah, they
yeah, We keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family. Well, then,
You have to watch. You gotta
Baby.
watch the Whitakers. You have to.
all right, I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's
I
insane,
don't
dude.
watch much YouTube, so I'll have to.
He
go
came
there.
across
It's on
Facebook. It was like a
No, this was
45-minute
it's not. This not even YouTube. This is like a legit
it's like a
documentary.
documentary. Yeah,
I think it's on Vice.
yeah, it's fascinating. He's done
I'll
it
have to-
several times on them.
Interesting. Well, I'm not really sure how that brings us back to our main topic of the night, but
What is it?
We were
our
talking
main
about
topic of the night. So the VA has said "psych" on the new rule. Basically, that rule that lasted about 16 hours.
what do you think made them change their mind?
Oh man, they were
Us.
getting blasted on X. I mean, I posted on X. I just did a search on X, and there were thousands of posts every minute, just like blasting
But
the VA
do
and
you
the
think
Wisest
Secretary,
comment is the one they seen
right?
Do
and
you
made
think
them change the way.
they figured out they would save money if they didn't do this because the VAs are a lot of money to rebuild? Or
No, see, it's part of an ongoing legal battle. I don't know how old the case is. I don't know when it started, but they were basically trying to come out ahead of any ruling from this legal challenge. And really, it was basically saying like, hey, so I think the world interpreted it as, hey, if you're improving blah 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 on medications, and yeah, you got your legs blown off, but hey, you have braces or you have
and ibuprofen.
prosthetics and all that, and you're actually starting to live a normal life, we're going to readjust your disability. That is not really what their intent was. Their intent was after a certain date, if you started improving things, because now they're going to start seeing a lot of veterans who have not served in wartime, who basically haven't done anything except just train, especially, your 2 and 3 year ins and outs right now that have never been to a combat zone and all this other stuff, unless they're majorly injured in like training campaigns and things like that. They're not really going to have many injuries or mental issues that probably wasn't already underlying before they got in the military, and the Department of Defense just didn't know it. Especially with these 18, 19-year-olds that seem to come out of high school with serious mental problems. But I think that was the point of the rule, because yes, in the future they can, in the future they can save money, because there's no way some kid that's been in for 3 years that just got in and then got out and only trained or sat on a base for 3 years is going to be 100%.
Yeah, unless they got
But they're happening.
fucked up somehow. Like that's what I'm saying.
So go
I
ahead,
feel
Jake.
Ran over, smashed by a Hesco, something like that.
You're right. 'Cause
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But
even we
go
had
ahead, Jake.
guys that were in for a little bit that got crushed in a fucking Connex by an LRAS.
I'm not
But-
saying that. That's what I'm saying. Like any major, like on duty or training or motor pool accident or things like that. I'm
Right.
saying these kids that just get in. Let's say they're MPs. They just get in. They really don't do anything for 3 years in their first contract or 2 years or however long the
Okay.
contracts are nowadays, and then just gets out.
So you think that
Or like these Air Force kids, or these Space Force kids. What are these
Air
Space Force
Force
kids? What do the Space Force kids do to get 100%?
they can't have fucking spinal injuries if they're in zero
Right.
gravity? Like, it's impossible.
Well,
Yeah.
they gotta go to space first.
Oh well.
I mean,
if
name
Katy Perry
one.
can do it, they could do it.
Name one Space Force fucker who's actually gone to space yet. But no, what I'm saying is I think that was the intent of the rule, which
Just
really,
word it
if
bad.
they're going to do that, then that really should also be the Social Security Administration's disability rule, because you got these fucking pink and blue haired, purple haired fat chicks out there who are claiming obesity as a reason why they can't get a job. So they're getting disability on Social Security.
I
Which
actually
that is the
fat when you
biggest
went in.
waste, use and abuse.
I do know someone who was in the Navy who got a botched nose job, and she gets, I believe, 80%.
Okay, well, I mean, and that's up to the
How the
VA
fuck?
to make those decisions.
Right. But that's where I feel like where they're like, hey, like we need to cut back on certain people
Yeah.
because not everything is what
Right.
a nose job you signed up for? But I get it, right? I get it.
That's
In a way,
fun.
I understand it. It is kind of like a money grab for some people.
Oh yeah, it is. But it's no different than the SSA disability claims. Like there are so many people that I see out there not working at all. I imagine it's a lot of the protesters out there too that are claiming disability, they can't work, and it's because they claim obesity. And it's like, how the fuck can you claim obesity and not work when you actually tried to get a fucking job?
Fuck, can I claim obesity? I'm kind of fat. Is that one?
Well,
if you're 40% body fat, you're obese.
Yeah, but
Morbidly obese at that.
But they work a lot of other things
40%?
into it. Like, they can't sit at a desk all day long. They can't. So that prevents them from doing work from home. They can't drive to work and drive home from work because they got so many problems. And, I mean, if that's the way it is to use and abuse of the Social Security Administration, then fuck, I should have been disabled 100% years ago.
Wow.
I mean, you got hit by a car, so yeah.
Twice.
I mean, yeah. You did get ran the fuck
Not
over.
only hit, you got drugged.
What
You
a
hit the speed
idiot.
bump, man.
Yeah,
But see, I've also,
you don't get to
I've
claim
also-
that you were in the way.
well, I
Why were
was,
you in the parking
I was being a speed bump. I was being a speed bump for that day.
You know what you should do? You should teach seminars for the protesters. Be like, hey,
Listen,
I've been ran the fuck over. Get out of the way.
it's not cute.
No, you should go out there and be like, this is how you stop the car.
Make sure you roll with the car.
Make sure
Make sure you
scream
get stuck
extra
in the
loud.
door.
But no, seriously. But I didn't go that route. I actually tried to make my life worth living, and I was still in my mid-30s when that happened, and I'm just like now I'm now in my late 40s, and I'm trying to get better with stuff in my physical aspects. My knees are starting to they cause problems in the morning, but they're fine. My back is okay, but you've got these 30-year-old fat chicks that claim Social Security. And it's like, how is this possible that America allows the use and abuse of an organization like that? But then they turn around and they say to veterans like, well, I think you're improving on your medication, so I think we're going to lower your disability.
Oh, yeah, you're on Ozempic and you're losing weight. You should lose your disability.
Yeah.
My
And
favorite thing about Ozempic is that body positivity gone.
yeah, right.
They wouldn't be big if
'Cause it's
Wise
easy
wasn't
now.
out there body shaming them.
But here's the thing
The
too.
second there was a drug you could take to lose weight, no fat people are around anymore.
That's the other thing.
Well,
If they are claiming that obesity is their underlying issue, that they can't work, so they're taking disability, why aren't they the first ones in line for the government to send Ozempic to?
Oh, absolutely. It should be covered by Medicaid and Medicare.
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Either that,
fit with my values.
well, it doesn't fit with the previous administration's values or the government's values. I mean, they want
It
to
doesn't
have
fit with my
people
diet.
on the rolls and just bringing just making money off of the government.
I'm not saying that there's not people out there that need it, but if you're looking for the quickest way to get out of it, you're just going to end up back in it. At least if you do it the slow, long way and take the whole fucking year to fucking lose 10 pounds, you're going to build the repetition. You're going to build the mentality. You're going to build that daily routine that's going to help you avoid going back to it.
And people are saying that people that are on it say as soon as you get off of it, your appetite all comes back.
It does.
You can't deprive your body of carbs for that long without it craving it once you're off of that medication. So
it's not
these
just
people are going to be on that medication for life.
Well, and the other
It's not
side
just the
is
food
too
kind.
is
You got the people taking it just to take it, and they're not
Oh.
changing their lifestyle.
Speaking of that, did you see I don't know, was it the Grammys or whatever? Did you see the Kelly and what's her name, Osbourne, and her mom? The
Oh
Osbournes?
yeah, they're fucking
Did you
skeletons.
see them? Yeah. And their skin is just like hanging there. They look terrible.
well,
and
that's
and
the
it's a
thing I
known
was-
fact that Kelly Osbourne is on Ozempic. Like, how long do you need to be on it? if you're that skinny by this point. And can't you afford like a personal trainer and shit like that?
They stay on.
No.
It's easy.
Well, not even a personal trainer. You
easy.
can't afford somebody just to cook your food for you, healthy food all day.
It's probably easier to inject yourself.
That's my thing with it, right? If you go off and you lose, let's say, 40 pounds in 2 months, like your body's gonna need the excess time just to make it right.
Right, your
Even
skin,
if everything goes right, you know.
Mhm.
your skin will be really, really flat. That's why you get the weird.
Well,
like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it's gonna come to. You're gonna either need surgery or you're just gonna be loose skinned for a long time, and then eventually it'll get tightened up.
Yeah. So
That's if
So,
you
Jake-
even do anything.
So, Jake, what say you on this VA rule? Do you think that they should have something like that for future VA benefit recipients? As far as you were only in for a limited amount of time, you didn't serve in wartime, you didn't go to a combat zone, you weren't technically really injured, or we have no records of you being physically injured.
I feel like it's a case by case thing, right? Like,
Mhm.
because everybody's going to do something different in the military. They're all going to have different standards, SOPs, what their task was. But it's hard for the VA to like take all that into account. It's not fair for the VA. You have enough shit going on. It's hard to like discredit people who didn't serve in a war. Like, hey, no, the military didn't fuck you up because you were doing how many fucking times were we doing random runs with a 50 cal in our back? That's not a normal thing for this. You don't remember doing that in Iraq?
I never had to do that.
But shoot, love doing that shit.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I rolled
Okay.
my
well,
fucking- I
Around
rolled, remember when I
radio
rolled my
tower?
ankle?
Yeah.
We were doing duck walks in the fucking full kit in the sand.
Yep.
I
So,
fucking ankle fucking
It's
gave
a,
out.
I feel like for me, it's a
well, okay, but
but you can't do that
Right.
for everything. So,
well,
like,
right.
I understand that. I do think that just saying like, hey, since you fought in a war or you were in during a time of war, you should instantly be more accredited than some people. I feel like that's unfair for the VA to say.
Or like, okay, for instance, your Space Force people, or for instance, the Air Force guys that are working on a base or are working on a airstrip or something. That, you know, there's a guy that might be an electrician who handles the radar systems, things like
Right.
that. Are they really needing after 3 years or their first enlistment or that's it? Are they really needing full VA benefits?
No, but the problem is that there are certain companies now that will give people access to that, no matter what. Like that's their job, is to give them as much as they can get for. Not saying they didn't earn it, but like trying to
No, I
word
think
that correctly.
I think you hit it on the head at the first part of it, right? There's no easy route to this.
No.
And even if you don't go to war, like let's just look at training, for example. We rolled a soft top Humvee. We had people get their
But
foot
I'm
ran
not-
over. I know,
Right,
I'm not
right.
saying that,
But I'm not
that's the
saying
case.
that people are really going into combat zones anymore. Or I get, like, you know, you have units right now doing live fire training in Poland, and they're still doing all that stuff in South Korea, all that other stuff, training sessions, you know, NTC. I get that. And if things come along, as long as it's documented, then they deserve it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, too, like there's injuries from sitting too much. You know, not walking, not being active can fuck
Did
you
you do
up.
break your ass?
No, that's the thing, actually.
No, it's like truckers deal with the shit.
Yeah, it's a big thing for truckers, actually. When
Yeah,
you sit-
but
it's a little
I'm
micro
not
fracture in
saying,
your
but you
back. Oh,
can't.
But
You have to look at,
how
like-
do you claim that? Like, how do you claim that if you go to the if you go to like MedBoard or something like?
but how do you
I'm-
discredit it? 'Cause
It's
you can't.
easy because
Did
your
you
job as a
leave the
soldier, no
same
matter what
condition that
Marine,
you were
Airman, you still have standards of discipline and PT.
Mhm.
So you should still be doing something every day. and after
However,
work.
when there's civilian accounts of truckers that are just sitting and driving,
Right, but that's not the same thing. That's
Right,
saying-
but
It is the same thing.
that's like
It's
saying
You know
100%
how
the
many
same.
high clearance security jobs that you're just sitting there. You cannot
That's-
stop looking at this.
human
it
body
doesn't matter. They
is
still
not
have to
meant
move
sit.
every day. They still have PT.
And they
Right.
also get
Yeah.
ergonomic chairs. They get, special
Military grade chairs.
no, the office.
You're probably
Trust me, the
right,
office
but that
chairs
doesn't
have improved.
You can't.
True, but ultimately, all those changes and everything and all your support is coming from your leadership. So, if you have a good leadership that cares enough to like, oh yeah, to get the motherfucking chair, get the keyboard, get the whatever, or you just got someone that doesn't give a shit, you can't say it. Did you leave the same condition or better or worse?
Let me give you a scenario. Someone like that, a keyboard warrior, when they get out, let's say they spent 3 years in, they got out and all they did was keyboard stuff in like a airport control tower or whatever, and they claim carpal tunnel. Okay, the VA gave me carpal tunnel surgery because mine was really bad. Let's say they get that. No, I technically wasn't. It was.
But that's very common for someone who sits at a desk on a computer. All
Right.
day. Like normal.
So let's say the VA gave them carpal tunnel surgery and they are fine now. That's a very simple
normal,
surgery,
right?
But that's a
Right.
very simple surgery and everything. So let's say that they were getting percentage for that carpal tunnel syndrome, and now everything is fine. What do you do there?
Here's the
But
way.
isn't that how it is right now?
Here's the way I've always understood the VA.
For some, but this is a very simple thing that is corrected easily.
When you join,
No,
the
but I
military,
mean, like you're
you're
messed up. They pay. Oh, sorry.
correct. No, you were.
Go ahead, Jake.
That was exactly what I was going to say. When you joined the military, you were 100%. When you got out, there was something different. The government
Yeah.
pays you for that now.
Yes.
Right.
Even if it's corrected, they still fucked it up because you're never going to ever be 100% again.
But I'm not
Always gonna
saying right
have-
now, I'm saying with the new rule.
With the new rule, that would fuck those people out of that.
Right.
Even if they were 100% corrected, there's always a chance in the future because we don't know what they're going to be like in 10 years.
Yeah.
Carpal tunnel,
Right.
trigger finger, all that, the back pain, all that little shit comes back after a while. But we don't know what they would have been like without the military service.
True.
Ye-
But they also
But that allows
volunteered.
them to get it though, because if you
That's what I'm
have
saying.
the carpal tunnel and then you get like let's say 6 months of whatever recovery, surgery, whatever, and then okay, you're healed up, you're good, they take it away. If it comes back and you reopen that claim, it happens again, right?
So what if they did this
Does
instead of the new rule?
Well, I mean, right now, I don't mean what the new ruling is. That's
Oh,
how
okay,
it goes
okay,
right
okay.
now.
So instead of the new rule,
Okay.
why don't they take the MOSs, separate all the MOSs into categories, and take all the similar underlying medical issues that people get when they come out in those MOSs, and let's say it's the ones that are just all 10% ratings. You automatically get all those lumped into a bucket. Let's say we're 19D, so they all got lumped. All those underlying the ones that everybody has a 19D always claims. So those all get lumped into a bucket, and let's say that's at 20%, and that's automatically given to you when you get out as a 19D. So then you go above and beyond that and start doing the more serious conditions.
But I feel like that's just leading to more potential of fraud
I feel, yeah, that feels
Not
like
because now
necessarily,
you're just
though.
guaranteeing this percentage to everybody.
But
Just because
So
you
I
had
see what
that
he's saying.
But
because if
when
these-
people sign up, let's say, okay, you're going into 19D. So after
get-
a certain
going
amount of
to-
years, we are already going to know you're going to have some spinal issues as far as degenerative discs because of constant training, constant weight on your back, all that other stuff.
but
you
not
might
everybody
also-
does.
But like
Um,
Bowen's conversation earlier, you got guys that are doing that and saying that, but they're out there doing deadlifts of 260, 5 sets, multiple
But
times. Like you
What I'm
didn't get-
saying is they might not see it now, but it is going to show up in their older
Eventually.
age. And that's why I'm saying to solve some of these problems now, just you automatically get that added to your VA
I
because
feel
you
like-
know it's going to be there.
I feel like you could argue that for anything in the military, though. Because any job
That's
in
what
the
I'm
military
saying.
is slated, even through basic training, you are slated to get injured. So that would be like saying
But
anyone
that
who goes
goes to
through
what I
basic
just said.
should
But
be
that
allowed.
also goes to
If I do a
They-
deadlift and I
mean,
fuck my back up, you're telling me I just get to claim it 100% because I was a 19D and it's bam right there. There's my
No.
back's out. It was because of all the weight you made me carry. And then all of a sudden now you got 100% because you're
I'm not.
responsible in the gym.
You won't get 100%. He's talking about
No, I know. I'm just
Right, but that would be like
Shit, not
giving
an
the
example,
entire
but-
military. Let's say you give the entire military just because they go through basic training, and after basic, everyone seems to have knee pain. They instantly get 10%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like there
Right,
was
but that-
already okay. So everyone went through basic training. Okay, boom. You already have, or maybe they changed the percentages instead of just 10% all the time. Okay, you got 3% on your knees because you went through basic training. You got 5% on your back because you went through basic training. And then anything above and beyond that has to go through the physical exams, the research. Was it documented in the military? Stuff like that.
So would this be like a fix for
Yeah.
what's
A fix for all, so like all your combat people, you're going to have all that's, especially the basic training and all that stuff, because basic training for the combat people is a little different than basic training for probably Space Force. I don't know what Space Force basic training is right now. Air Force basic training, I don't know what they go through. But what I'm saying is, if we're going to make a rule like that and just blanket it across the board, then why don't we at least come out with some standards or some minimums of things like that, to where okay, you've got this, they guarantee you school, so why don't they guarantee that yes, we already know you're going to come out with probably some D problems,
okay? I see what you're saying now.
but it's
that would
it's
almost be what it already is. Like you,
but it's adjusted
Just
by
saying
your
that.
MOS.
but
Well,
by
okay.
your MOS is saying like, oh, you're infantry. Like they're not gonna fight you as hard as if you were a fucking, I don't know, logistics or something.
Like a cook.
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah,
more.
right.
There's more variables.
Or
'Cause then
accounting.
You have schooling, like who's taking aerosol.
But see, then you're
Airport.
opening up a whole new row
Yeah.
of like
But
avenue.
that's
Like,
also
that cook is
part of your
standing all
record.
day.
But
Right,
that's also part of your record. Standing
if
all
you
day,
had
I
that-
mean,
What if you had a fucking like weird, like a mechanics, even just civilian mechanics are fucking.
But that's why I'm saying-
sore all the time, right?
that's why I'm saying do a study of over the last decade or 20 years or whatever.
what are the most
lump-
common injuries?
what are
based
the
on these
most
people and their
common-
MOSs?
Yeah. What's the most common denominator of all these MOSs when it comes to claims in the VA?
I feel like 90% of this can be back and knees.
Well, right. But what I'm saying though is you take it by MOS. So someone in the accounting department or even JAG or legal, they're not going to have the amount of shoulder, neck, back, and knee issues that we
Sure.
did as a combat.
So okay, well,
And I'm not even sure if 19 deltas, what's the common denominator there? If we look at records over the last 20 years of 19 deltas, you just start picking out all the common denominators as far as symptoms.
Well,
So-
everything's going to end up being a number. So you would have to know what is the average office injury and what is the percentage of that actually happening
Paper cut.
to make that argument. Because it's almost like saying, okay, what's the most like a sport that you're more likely to get injured in? You're going to think football or some shit, but it's like fucking golf.
actually,
It's
yeah.
the least
Yeah.
one that you expect. Like,
Yeah.
I
And-
wouldn't
and-
expect
and
it.
what Josh is saying too, I understand where you're coming from. What if something else? Let's say they're in the field because everybody has to go to the field.
Right.
So somebody gets hurt in the field, or they get hurt during PT or sports. That's up to the individual to do their fucking
To
due diligence and get that documented.
Report it and document it. Yes.
Okay.
I understand. But
So,
and that
okay.
is where the VA now, and that's where the VA in the future should really come out and say, look, if it's not documented, we're not touching it.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of things that are not documented for me as far as like my sinus stuff and everything
Same.
else.
Well, it was frowned upon. It was
frowned upon.
significantly frowned upon.
Right.
Okay.
But
But
that's
here's-
where
here's-
an overall rule all down the DOD should be like, look, from here on out, everything that's an issue needs to be documented, or else the VA will not accept those claims in the future.
So, question.
So just like an example, right? Like significant bodily injuries occur in office environments, primarily driven by ergonomic issues, repetitive strain, slip, trips, and falls. Common injuries include carpal tunnel syndrome, back and neck pain from prolonged sitting, and injuries from improper
Okay.
lifting with muscular disorders, MSDs, often leading to missed work. So all those are serious conditions that can happen from just sitting all day.
Okay, I get it. So
And you
then
don't
those
want
might
to
be
take that
not-
away from those people.
So that
I'm
would
not. That would be the common
going towards that
denominators in-
MOS.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay, so what you're saying is that if you select an MOS, when you ETS out of the military,
you're already going to be
you're
check marked.
inclined to this much
Yes.
through the VA. So no matter
Yes.
what, you are already getting X percentage.
You're going to get this
Or-
percentage, this minimum percentage, because you've been in this MOS. We understand all the underlying issues that come in with this MOS. So that is what you get. Now,
And
anything above and
accessory,
beyond,
you
yes.
had to. Okay, no, I
Have
don't,
it. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
hate that idea. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
because
Now,
after that, all right.
okay,
like
here's
you said,
another thing to that though, is
Yeah.
if you went to an average standard for everything, is that going to mean like most people that have it now would get less?
No,
Because you're bringing it
this
down?
doesn't
It's
affect
starting-
current
Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
we-
starting point.
From
no,
you-
I get it, but
I feel like from the time that is implemented, everybody prior
No, I'm
to
not
is
saying that.
grandfathered in. Right. No, I know.
I'm,
What you're
like, I'm saying
like,
there
It would
us
go
and
by your
them-
enlistment date. So let's say January 1st to 2028. Anyone enlisted on
Right.
and after.
No, I get that. But if you took you from when you were in, and then
Right.
you, if you were to join today,
Mhm.
right? Would that a percentage, would that monetary gain be equal, or would you get more because you were able to get a higher percentage for something?
see that? Okay, this is kind
So
of like
are you taking a potential someone getting more money away because you want to make it a standard?
right? Would you
No.
be having people that didn't?
Well,
need
it
to
would be because you're saying you would be flat rated, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you
Instead
had
of having the potential of increasing, like you
But-
get the average 10 on your knee until you prove it's worse than it is, and then all of a sudden you get 30 on that knee, 40 on that knee.
That's where the documentation comes in
That's
place.
where the
and you
documentation
have-
comes.
So you would still get that.
You would get the
Yeah.
bare minimum.
I'm saying
it'd be-
there's a
it'd
bare
be
minimum,
flat rate.
and then anything above and beyond that has to be documented, whether it's on your knees or not.
Now,
You're still
okay,
going to get that flat minimum.
there's a slippery slope here though, because you're going to
You
start.
see what I'm
getting-
saying, Jake?
I see what you're saying, but I also there's a slippery slope because you're going to start getting people that are going to look for retirement outs. Like, oh well, I'm going to join this MOS even though I don't want to do this job because they get more after they get out.
Okay,
Yeah,
but then
at the same time,
it's going to be, if they don't do the job, then they get kicked out. If they,
The Army doesn't do that though.
Yes, they do now. They
yeah, they
fucking
do. They do
They
now.
do
with the
now?
new- yeah,
But they're
yeah.
kicking
Have
people
you
out
not
left and
seen?
fucking right.
Have you not seen what's
I
Pete?
feel like the Army is softer than ever now.
Have you not seen the people
No,
Pete has kicked out?
absolutely not. After Hexeth took over, dude, he
Yeah.
cleaned fucking house.
He cleaned house. He made new rules. Everybody's
Oh, okay.
getting
Did
Did
kicked
you
out.
fail
You
your
don't-
PT test? Gone.
If you're not a
You get one
warfighter and
chance,
doing
gone.
what you're there to do, then you're gone.
Good. That's how it fucking
Article
should
15's gone.
Yeah,
be. Good.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know all that was happening.
they completely reformed everything. It's back to the old days as far as rules and regulations.
Oh, yeah, they went back to like the 90s, didn't they? The 90s
Being kicked
style
out.
military.
Something like that.
Well-
Not as severe,
Well,
but close.
It's more of just like if you don't do your job and if you if you're against the grain and against the system, then yes, you are kicked out.
Okay. So let's say let's say our regime, right? Like during a time of war when people just aren't getting kicked out.
Mhm.
Do you think you would have people that are joining critical infrastructures in the military because they know if they get out, they're going to get more money as if they were a cook?
No,
So then
because
you'd have the wrong people in the wrong spots.
no, because
Is risk versus reward though when you do
yeah,
that?
I mean they actually might like it or
Look at
they
some
will
of the
get kicked
people
out.
Our unit risk versus reward, they didn't care. It was more or less as
But you're not correlating though with the future. So
right. But that's what I'm saying. Like if you
the
if you
people
put a,
with the people with us that didn't like it and didn't do it, they didn't know what they were going to get when they got out.
correct, but if you give someone like, hey, you're gonna make, hey man, once you get out, you're gonna make like $1,500 a month every month for the rest of your life. If you join
No.
this
So
job.
that's
Recruiters will
not what I'm
start pushing
saying.
that though.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, a a lot of kids and all that are not set up for when they get out as far as financially. This could be a way to help them guarantee some sort of a financial portion when they get out, because they earned it, because they did that job. But also, it's a way for the VA to really start looking at their budget numbers, because right now it's a dartboard. I swear to God, I'll bet you they just throw a number at Congress for what they think their budget's going to be next year.
No, that makes sense.
This would be a better way, because they can look at those enrollment numbers and start saying, okay, we've got this many forecasted for this year. This is what we're going to need in 3 years, based off of them all signing 3-year contracts.
The unfortunate problem with it is what you're seeing right now is what's ultimately going to end up with any program at the end of the day. Like, it's too biased throughout the system. There's people who can go somewhere and get maxed on something because that specific doctor just loves veterans. And then there's other people who get someone who doesn't care, just getting paid.
So that's the other thing.
Making a
So
decision.
you go to a I want to say MMP,
A CMP exam.
CMP, yeah. You go to a CMP exam in this region, which is different from Chicago region, everywhere else. The ratings are different.
Right. You need a
100%.
standardized test.
And that's why there needs to be a standard. And some of the things that will help with that is giving that flat minimum, because then they've already established that standard. And then from that on, then they set new rules as far as examinations and things like that, because I feel like they are giving away money right now. They are giving away percentages.
I feel like that's like that goes. It's like giving a mouse a piece of cheese. You could make more if you can play the system, right? Because then you're just going to have people.
But that's illegal.
You're going to have people bitching. You're going to be going to sit call constantly for everything.
And that's we have a system for that, malingering. If it's for legitimate reason, it's legitimate.
Yes.
And if it's not legitimate, you're going to get fucking booted for malingering.
Right.
This is another way to also help combat the laziness of these kids, and maybe a way to actually teach them life, because they'll get kicked out from malingering. They'll get kicked out for constant.
I felt like when I got out of the Army and I went to the VA, that it was back then it felt like a fucking chore that I didn't want to do. So
but that is also, and this could also. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I felt like it was a chore that I didn't want to fucking do, right? Because it wasn't easy. Now it almost feels easy. So whatever,
and maybe
needs to go back to the way it was, because that's, I think,
but
it used to be harder.
Also, maybe setting that minimum standard across the board with all MOSs, maybe that's also a way to show these kids, like, hey, you got this now, but if you've had anything else and it's documented, please go to those appointments and please have it checked out, because you do deserve it.
So, okay, what's the punishment for malingering? What's to stop you from going to sit call and be like, my elbow really hurts because
you get kicked out?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
how do
you get an Article 15 for it?
How do you prove that their elbow actually doesn't hurt?
That's up to
typically
so if they do their job correctly.
If they do their job correctly, but how do you?
Now you're getting to my point, though.
You're still facing stuff when we were in. It is night and fucking day from the time we got out.
When we were in from now, like
it's the last 10 years is totally changed.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. You guys see where I'm coming from, though, right?
Yeah, like, no, I see where you're coming from.
Okay,
because
we're
also
still trying to
you have
base
to
this
think,
off of our experiences.
Right. Also, the medical technology has changed.
Yes.
So they're able to assess a lot of different things nowadays than they were when we were in.
So you don't think that they would actually spend more money? Okay, you're right. I really am.
Yeah, but you're also talking about like how active duty side of it's going to help you, but ultimately you're going to end up at the VA, and then we're going to go back to my whole point is it's not that I don't think it's the program that's the problem. It's the people running the program. It's the doctors that are hired.
So, yeah.
You know,
so that's the other thing.
If you come out and you're really hurting, you're going to end up there. You're going to look for it. If you're not hurt, you're out looking for work and stuff. I mean, the system
Correct.
kind of plays itself the way it's supposed to go.
It
But
really does play itself out.
if something ends up happening, it's that individual you have to go see that, oh, we're so overwhelmed, we got to send you to a third party guy that has no fucking clue.
African
But see,
meat
that's the
market, I've been
thing.
there.
That's where they
African meat
need.
market is crazy.
That's where they need.
So
So
how would you not end up there, even with your program? That's what I'm getting. Like, how do you
Because-
guarantee that the quality of people in that community is going to be just outstanding citizens?
because the standards are already set, and then they also need to reevaluate the medical staff, the medical team, who they hire for doctors, and also who they contract out to third party for other services as far as medical staff.
Right.
But I feel like they have that opportunity right now,
if
Nah.
you gave
Well,
and
me
they already messed
don't
that
know.
up.
if they could offer a standardized VA throughout all 50 states for every single veteran to go to, then I could get behind this. The problem is they don't offer that, because I know my VA is fucking awesome compared to
So is mine. Yeah.
Boise
Compared to
VA.
the Phoenix region,
Right. Is your
Oh,
VA
compared
good?
to mine, I'm sure you guys are like in luxury.
Yeah, 100%.
well, okay. Compared to Stevens, who's in the Pacific Northwest,
a lot of
we
people I
know-
talk to, shit.
we know
VAs.
our regions are better.
Yeah, the northern regions, I don't know what the fuck it is. Like the Midwest regions are fucking superior, and I
Well, you're
don't
just
know
in
why.
states that are
So
like they're veterans.
But
One
if
of
they
the-
can,
wait,
if they can
wait,
offer a
hold on.
standardized VA, then yes.
one of the thing I've noticed though also is the regional medical communities that they contract with and that they partner with. So like in Cleveland, you've got amazing medical teams there because you got the Cleveland Clinic, you got University Hospitals. There is a medical school in right next door to the VA, Case
Yeah.
Western Reserve.
same.
Same thing in Chicago. You've got Northwestern. You've got all the Chicago medical staff and teams of all those wonderful hospitals in Chicago.
I think
Same
my
thing
VA
in,
is
in
a half
Detroit.
mile from fucking U of M.
Yeah. And that's the thing. But then you go outside of the Midwest where then you get into a desert of medical schools.
So okay, but do you see what I'm saying though? If you could offer a standardized, just like the military, a standardized medical system outside of the military, do you think things would change to where you have fucking mom and pop shops fucking giving people ratings right now because they're who's around?
Well, it also didn't help that they passed the PACT Act, which increased their claims by
Right. Because for the
300%.
PACT Act, again, I told you, I went to an African fucking meat market to get a fucking study done. And I was in Dearborn. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that anytime something like that comes up again, before Congress passes anything like that, they really need to talk to the VA and say, like, hey, are you guys ready for this?
I do understand what you're saying. I do think there should be a standardized. I wholeheartedly agree with that. It's not that you're giving somebody something for nothing. They gave you
Right.
X amount of years. Here's what we can give you for the rest of your life at
Well,
a
I mean,
minimum.
Well, think about it like this too.
At a minimum.
Social
yeah.
Security disability is standardized.
Correct.
Well, yeah.
You get a set amount, no matter how disabled you are.
I
Same
100%.
thing with your retirement after 65.
And you know what I think this would help too? Is military numbers. Even during a time of war, if you know you can make it through. Now, obviously, combat's that's gonna change things, right? That's gonna put the roller coaster back in it. But hey, do you want to be an infantryman? Yes. Okay, you get X amount of money every month for the rest of your life after you retire if you make it back home. That's a small fucking promise for what you're asking someone for a blank check for a soul.
Yeah.
I was with you at the beginning because I don't want recruiters using that as a selling point. I don't
That's
want a
the
fight
problem.
force
Thank you,
based
Roy.
on
You heard a
monetary
recruiter.
gain.
That was
But
a
it's
recruiter.
not a selling
You
Right.
heard
point.
it. But that
But
is
that's
a
not going to keep them from using it as a selling
If
point.
you go to an 18-year-old,
I understand.
go, hey man, what are you doing for the rest of your
And
life?
I don't need like if you're going in as somebody that's just my family was in it, I love my country, blah 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 blah. I feel like you're going to get a lot more from somebody than, well, I'm just here to do my 4 and get this 1,500 or what, like Jake said earlier. My
What's the
expected
difference between the
amount.
people who join just to get free college?
Yeah.
Or at the time, people who join just to get free sex changes or free healthcare.
Right. Right.
There's no
See,
difference.
it's so fucking weird because okay, I think this I joined because I was from the small town in America. I just wanted to fucking kill people. That's what I wanted to do. That's it. That's really it.
You weren't smart. Shit.
Frank asked me. He goes, "What'd you want? What'd you join?" I was like, "I want to kill people." And so I even said the same fucking thing. I want to kill people. Right. So for me, it's like it. I didn't get a sign-on bonus. I was
Right.
fucking 19. I didn't give a fuck about. I knew I wasn't going to college. I knew it.
My recruiter did not have to work hard.
No.
I
Like-
went there.
Well, and
like,
there's
yeah,
always going to be those people. There's always going to be those kids. It's the ones that him and Haw and think about it and want other things to come along with it.
I
They're the
feel
ones
like
that
the
are the hardest
recruiter
sell.
at that point in time needs to be like, dude, fuck you. You're not the one. I want people that want this.
But
It's-
also, you guys were in. We were in a war.
At this point
It
in
was
time,
easy.
yeah,
It was
fuck,
easy
You
for
had
them
a
to sign
heartbeat.
us up.
You were in.
Well, yeah, there were a lot less restriction for us to get in.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is this
You know how to
program
spell your
designed
name?
like that could be way better because we already sell them on the college. So what's different of me getting the GI Bill? Okay, I'm going to go to school. I'm 20 now. I've been in for 3 years, or I'm 21, whatever. I'm going to go to school. So I go to school full time.
You're not
The VA gives me $3,900 a semester, or whatever my semester is going to cost me. And on top of that, I go and get student loans. So now I got $8,000 in my bank account because I got student loans and my school was paid for. What's different? It's on them. It's not on the government.
But you're building a better citizen all in all, because you're going to get them to school. That's the selling point. Get your free school, get you a good job, be productive member of society instead of, hey,
So
you
then
go
they're-
play Xbox all
So then
day.
they're 60 grand. Then they're 60 grand in debt after 4 years of college.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
can pay that back.
right.
But you got to rewind too.
After 40
The
years,
standards of joining have changed as well. Like
Yeah,
waivers, like
yes.
the waivers that we are given,
Mhm.
majority of them are fucking gone.
I had an
That's
ACL
already
surgery
cut out,
before I
you
went
know,
in, and I had to
over
sign a
half the
waiver.
joining pool.
There's
I
no
had-
way now that I would be able to go in with that ACL injury.
I had asthma, but no, I did not, and no surgeries because the recruiter threatened me.
No,
See,
they just need to go back to we're handing out white monsters and steroids, boys. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe
You're
I think here's what I'm
gonna
picturing.
get so
Like,
many dudes.
I think I'm picturing people getting out and just being like a blanketed offering too much money. I feel like I'm picturing somebody gets out and it's just like, hey, you get like $1,500 a month for the rest of
It
your
won't
I
be
think-
like if
it won't be
you-
that much.
Let's
you
say
gotta remember,
$400. $400, right? Let's
Yeah,
just start with
$400.
Okay, $400.
let's just say that's hey man, you do this MOS, your back's gonna suck for the rest of your life. You're gonna have some knee problems. There's no war going on right now. Like, not saying you won't have PTSD because that happens anytime, anywhere, doesn't matter. But we'll give you $400 for the rest of your life. Cool, unless you get a little. So it's. I'm not disagreeing with you because I understand and I'm wrapping my head around it. I think
Well-
it's not a dumb idea.
Bowen, so if I fuck up my back and then the surgery fixes my back to like,
But you're
let's
never
just
going
say
to be
magically fixes it. I
You're
know, I
never-
get it. But let's
Okay.
just say it's like 95% healed.
still not.
Do I
100%.
lose something right now?
No. Right.
If the
now,
doctor goes, oh my God, you're running miles again, you're fucking swimming, you're a triathlete, do you lose a percentage or do you still maintain what you have?
no, as of right now, your shit stays the same. They're
It's
trying to
locked
make
in, whether it gets
future
fixed or not.
generation.
And I'm not saying that would ever happen if like a plan like I suggested. I'm not saying that would ever happen with that either.
No,
Because
I'm
once
not. I'm just
once you get that
clarifying,
percentage, that's
that's
your
all.
percentage.
I don't
But
hate that
here's-
idea.
yeah.
But also, here's the thing too with my suggestion. Someone comes out and they're getting $400 a month for the rest of their life.
Who cares?
It might they don't care. They may not ever do additional VA appointments or a check to have additional conditions. They might right at that point go into the workforce.
But again, back to my point,
because it's helping to bridge that gap between getting out no money and couch surfing.
right?
I'm pretty sure that's
not
what they're
being able to
banking on right now.
But you
to not
you
being
said-
able to find a job where that $400 a month could help them bridge that gap a little bit and say, hey, okay, got me home. Now I'm home. Now I'm going to go get a job because I'm able to buy a suit or work clothes, stuff like that.
And honestly, thinking about it, that would probably help a lot on just like the depression level of the military because you have 1 to 2 bills taken care of every month.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
And this is what people don't realize about even now, but even before this new bill was put in and taken away, the VA, whether you realize it or not, every 5 years or so does a reevaluation on you,
Mm-hmm.
give or take. Every 5 or so years, they'll glance through your profile.
Mm-hmm.
So
They've got
even at
AI doing that
100%
shit now.
Even at 100% PNT,
Mm-hmm.
like they could change your ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The odds of
here's-
that happening are,
And it's in the
super
rules.
nuts.
It's in there that they
Okay.
can reevaluate, and they're doing, and AI is doing it now. So anything your doctor's putting in your records, AI is briefing through, and it'll kick out your records and say this needs readjusted or a new CMP is again.
Remind me to ask you guys a question after this.
Yeah.
Because I do have a question about that.
But all I'm saying is like a plan like I have, and I've been thinking about this for a while. A plan like that, if the right people come together and actually talk about stuff like that, that could really help not only their budget, but it could help the VA get out of the stigma of a worthless government healthcare agency.
Right, you're helping the people that helped you.
Yes. And they're being rewarded because we always say, oh, veterans don't get rewarded. And you're being rewarded for doing something at a minimum. I mean,
No, I can get behind that.
and if like police officer unions and the firemen's unions and stuff like that can come up with these basic things to give to their the cops and the firemen after they retire or have to get out because they're disabled from whatever, they get minimums when they get out. So why can't the military? Because the military doesn't have a union to speak for them. Now they have all these VSOs, but does anybody listen to the VSOs?
I will say I got nothing after the fire department.
Well, I mean, you weren't career though. I mean, you're not. You
No.
weren't in.
I don't even think that my buddy who got out has anything after career. Some places.
Some places do, like the larger cities and things like that, and have bigger unions.
Well,
They
that's all
do.
in budgeting.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Which
that's what I'm saying. This
The
could be
U.S.
budgeted.
government should budget. I do-
They don't know what that word is.
That's what I'm getting at. See, it's not that programs, it's not that government couldn't work. It's the people you got doing it.
But look, the Congress funds the VA
right, but I
through the DoD, and Congress
They
is the
use
one
it
that
as
gives.
a pond.
Congress is the one that funds the VA. So Congress would be asking the VA, which I'm sure they do. They want numbers, and this would be a way to actually start forecasting a budget.
I'm curious to see numbers on how many of like our era versus the new era actually go to the VA
Yeah,
for.
I
tell you what, as many times as I've gone, I'm probably the youngest guy I've seen.
I've always felt like I was the
Yeah.
youngest person in there.
I've actually
I-
around here been starting to see a lot of younger than me.
I've never seen anyone younger. Like
Yeah.
I always feel like the youngest person there.
I
So
I
went
figured
to,
in what 13, 14 years, there
Because-
should have been multiple people coming in.
Right,
So when I had my back shots done up at the hospital in Cleveland,
you're getting back shots, huh?
Back shots, buddy. You're having rough nights, huh?
Getting painted.
yeah.
How much you get for that from the VA?
What's that percentage?
You
No,
scratch my
um,
back, I scratch yours.
So there was actually quite a few younger veterans walking through the halls of the Cleveland Hospital.
So I'm intrigued. I like to do those studies.
I don't know. So I wish maybe someone listening to this might pick up this idea. I don't care, but I think it's something that really should be done to not only help the ones that may never go to the VA. At least you're getting your minimum for what you deserve.
Well, here's the thing: you're going to save millions of dollars by doing.
You'll save money.
You will.
Yes,
I do. Because it comes back to the thing: you must be cheese. He's either going to be fucking happy or he's going to want more. A lot of people will be like,
and if he wants more cheese, he better have his paperwork to buy some more.
He's got to fucking work for that cheese. So a lot of people are just gonna be like, whatever, dude, I got the cheese I got, like I didn't do a time of war, I didn't have a fucking crazy MOS, like I get X amount of money every month. It's always gonna be there no matter what. The VA can't take that away from me. It's always gonna be there. As long as the government is still standing and I have this money.
And here's the other thing. They're gonna be making that money without going and seeking out pills at the VA.
Yep.
And that's now. Depending on said job.
Oh, look at the blue board.
Do they need to continue treatment through the VA to maintain the money? Or
because they'll still have to do their yearly exams.
Kind of sounds like
okay. So since you're guaranteed that minimum, no. Because that's already part of your contract.
Because I feel like that wouldn't be fair.
No. So my idea is no, because that's already part of your contract. You're already guaranteed it. It's given to you. You don't have to worry about it anymore in the rest of your life. It's above and beyond what you have to then do the CMP exams for.
Okay.
Then
now, go ahead. Sorry.
Then yes, you will have to follow the standards of yearly checkups, all that stuff.
So you will be given healthcare for the rest of your life.
Technically, we are.
Well, all of us, but I mean,
because when we go through our exit stuff, we have to register at the VA anyway.
Correct. Yeah, but
so this would give them the opportunity to at least say, "Hey,
yearly checkups."
Okay.
Because
sorry,
when I get sick, I'm using their text chat, so I chat with the virtual nurse, and then I go on the phone with them, and they say, "Hey, okay, we're gonna give you, this for your sinuses, all this other stuff. Just go pick it up at your local VA." And that's what I do.
Right.
So it would give them the opportunity to use the telehealth.
Okay.
So in 2010, there were 5.2 million veterans registered with the VA.
Stop bouncing your knee.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Okay.
And
I thought that was my fucking eyes.
They were saying, no, that's my leg bouncing. My bad. But
it's in his voice too. It's making his voice go like this.
That was my fucking eyes. I was like, I am drinking too much.
No, that's me, bud. It's the ADHD kicking in.
Boy, drink another Monster.
Yeah, I know. But so 5.2 million, and they were saying that majority of the adult population was made up of veterans in 2010. But in 2025, even with the decrease of military personnel, VA had an increase, which brought it to 9.2 million.
Because of the PACT Act.
Because of the PACT Act. So in the 15-year span, they've increased from 5.2 to 9.1.
Well, hold on.
But here's the thing.
Some of that PACT Act was like Desert Storm.
Well, right.
Those were guys back in Nam and shit.
Right, but they didn't know
here's the thing. They didn't know they could claim all that stuff. And it was an easy way to get them into the system so that they could see those numbers and get those studies done. And now they're working forward with, studies and research and all that other stuff. And now that those guys are taken care of, now you're going to start to see it.
A decline.
Big decline now.
So I think in a realistic, if everything's working the way it's supposed to work, it should be around that 5.2.
Okay.
But because you had to backlog so many people, it brought it up to that. But most of those people are, unfortunately, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but are probably going to end up Krogan soon.
They're on their way out.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because you're probably 70, 80s if you're claiming Agent Orange,
That's what I'm saying. There's very few World War II veterans left. We're talking handfuls.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Then you have Korea.
Your Korea.
And Vietnam, and hell, they're probably honestly in the tens of, maybe hundreds of thousands left for them, maybe.
I don't think there's many Vietnam guys left.
And we also have to include
but the ones that don't have like fucking chronic cancer,
serious problems.
Like I mean, there's so now you're running into like Desert Storm guys now.
Yeah, I mean, 90% of the homeless in Los Angeles are probably Vietnam veterans.
Oh yeah, I mean, you have things like Camp Lejeune by itself. If you were just there, you get a claim on it.
All right, so
right.
Going back to X amount of money each month, would you pick up the people that have already served in that?
No, it would have to be after a certain start date.
So it'll be a hard start now.
Yeah, hard start.
Yeah, a hard start. Let's say January 1st. Anyone enlisting be on or after January 1st, 2028. That set of rules and standards is for them.
Okay.
But also, then that is where that new rule would come in, where anything above and beyond your minimums, and if the adjustments, if things are happening good with your medication and stuff like that, it gets adjusted.
Yeah. And you got to remember, and we're going back to current numbers. So 400,000 veterans have been registered with the VA in the last 12 months, right in the last year. Because they're registered with the VA doesn't mean they're getting compensation from the VA.
Right.
So that out of those 9 million people, even though they're registered with the VA, they can still have 0.00000.
Right, because the PACT Act wasn't
still registered with the
deal.
VA.
Yeah, my first 7
years.
It
was a registering deal.
Nothing.
It was so the PACT Act was a registering deal, and if they wanted to go and further, then they could.
You could, right. It wasn't meant for compensation. It was just meant to recognize things that weren't recognized prior.
And they wanted to get people on the list of Agent Orange and the burn pits and all that to at least have in their system an awareness that if we have future problems, then those are the reasons why.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, and look at that as a whole. Like, it kind of going back to our other conversation earlier is you had installation issues that caused more problems than a fucking war did.
Right. No. And what I'm saying, and what I'm saying is that can all be adjusted in those minimums. Let's say, okay, you were stationed at Lejeune for so many years. You weren't combat, but it's just like adding an additional add-on.
Right.
So you're not combat, but you got lung cancer. So,
but you were Lejeune, so you know what I mean?
So you pretty much start at almost 10%, right?
Or for for instance, like the Army and Marine Corps guys get an extra $50 a month because their barracks were filled with mold.
Right.
The Air Force and Navy are not parts of the Navy, depending where you are. But the Air Force sure as shit ain't gonna have that fucking problem.
Yeah, if you're on a submarine, you can get that. You can have that.
It's kind of like an a la carte. By the time when you're ready to exit and register with the VA, it'll be an a la carte of things. Here's your minimums based on your MOS, but let's add this because you were at Lejeune. Let's add this because you had moldy barracks. Let's add this because you happen to do 1 week in I don't know, 1 week somewhere.
So it's just gonna be here's your complimentary VA benefit.
Yeah, you get a breakfast for the rest of your life. Bitch.
Here you go, brother. Have a good one.
Get out of here. I do like I actually love the idea because one, at the end, right, when you're getting all your pamphlets and your fucking exit bullshits, you're gonna pay attention to this one more because hey, you're gonna get this. If you have more, then you need to do this, and this, but you have to have X, Y, and Z documents.
Right.
In order to get those. Okay. I liked it. So do we implement this somehow? Like, do we
Well, you call Pete Hegseth and
you get
Doug
a whole
Collins.
battle kit. You go to your Capitol building.
Yeah.
And you tell them what you
I actually like because it makes you sign a blank check for your country. Right. Even if there's no time of war, because war could start whenever the fuck.
And everyone is always saying that the veterans don't get anything. And it's like, you're right. We do get Some veterans don't because they don't go through the process. A lot of veterans do. You're excluding those that do because you want to use the other ones as pawns in your game.
Right.
But here's a way to end that. Starting on a certain date, everyone gets a minimum.
This could also end homelessness for vets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
but
you're
you're
getting
getting some little like.
let's
thing
say you get $250. Not okay, that's low.
That's beer money.
That's beer money.
Let's say
Let's
You
say
get
you get
drunk every day.
$500 a month, right?
Mhm.
They could make low income houses for veterans.
Well,
you could also do
there are
hotels and shit like that.
Motels pay per week is usually $250 or whatever. I mean,
Right. So like you wouldn't always be homeless.
Right.
You'd have somewhere to go for a night at least.
At least half the month you won't be homeless.
Right. So like it would give you something.
Some chance
also-
to get out of it.
Yeah.
They could put that money towards a mini house because there are organizations out there now building mini houses for veterans. I mean, stuff like that. And also like organizations like that are taking a lot of federal grants. So there's another way of them saying, you know what, this guy's paying us because he's making a minimum from the VA. So we no longer need our federal grant and wasting tax dollars. So it's kind of a way for a lot of different things in the system to work out.
Yeah, man.
But again, you gotta go back to like, did your unit just wrap your finger up and go, you're good to go, or did they actually send you to the?
So that
medical
would
facility
that's
to
where-
get it
there would have to be
registered?
like severe
That's where-
accountability.
That's where all the
Right.
rules would change. Yes, there has
Because
to be
now you're
severe
gonna make it to
accountability.
a point where if they didn't let you go, then you're just
Yeah,
it's just you crying in the wind, you know.
But you know, it's no different than OSHA with employments and factories and warehouses, and it's like
but that's
you
still
have
a
there has to be
common-
accountability for someone to claim workers' comp.
But I think what screws you is that it ends up coming down to, well, this was a selfless service. You chose this.
Not if you get fucking ran over by a
No, I get what you're
No
saying,
one
but
put
that
a
doesn't
gun to
stop
your
the
head
argument
and
going,
told
well,
you
you
to
did
join.
sign
that's
up.
where they need to come to a new
Yeah, that's
standard, you know, 21st century
right back.
standards of common sense and accountability.
Yeah, but that's the problem we're having right now. So you don't
Then
have
that's
common
things-
sense or accountability.
That's
Then
why
that's-
that needs to change.
That's why that needs to change, and all leadership needs reevaluated. Everything needs reevaluated because there's no way that they can continue to treat the military like its own little stepchild and not give a shit about kids that are joining at the age of 18.
You would need somebody like us that just steps up and gets in charge and is able to get rid of everybody.
Right. That's where I think you need some corporate CEOs basically at the DoD.
No, you need a badass militia is what you need.
No.
Because corporate is working with government. They all work together. They're all in it for money.
But-
Money is the biggest
No.
problem.
They're not with corporate anymore. What I'm saying is they left the corporate world, but they were badasses as CEOs or badasses in the corporate world. So then they stepped up and working with someone like Pete.
Oh, I
Hegseth,
get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, they can be the ones that basically they have, you know, they have nothing in this game. They can go out and basically tell leadership that they're fucked up and start
Right.
treating, because in the corporate world you've got HR rules, you've got EEOC you have to follow, and even the government. I mean, that is a government program. So why doesn't the government follow that, even in the military? Because technically that is your employment. When you sign that up, I mean, that is your employer. So what I'm saying is there has to be a complete reorganization of rules, standards, especially taking on that more of a corporate employment style, because that is what it is. You know, you've got your leaders, you got your middle managers, you've got your lower managers, you've got your entry level employees, things like that. If they look at the military like that, those are some of the standards that they need to bring in place, and accountability. It's all about accountability.
You're just going to get matched with we're the strongest fighting force out there. There's nothing that matches us. Why fix something that's not Does it need? That's what I think you're going to end up
Because
running
I'm
into.
not talking about the fighting force. I'm talking about what happens after that. This is the whole.
No, I get what you're
point.
saying, but you're talking about government and shit. That's not what they're thinking.
No, the
They're
VA
just
is going
thinking
to
about
wind. No, the problem with the VA is they're going to wind up like Social Security Administration. They're going to wind up broke.
right.
And if it wasn't for the, the 29 billion in duties being collected the last year, in tariffs and stuff like that going into the treasury, I don't know if things would be solvent or not. So what I'm saying is maybe it's a better way of accounting. Maybe it's a better way of budgeting. Maybe it's a better way of making sure these kids don't fall through the cracks. Give everyone a minimum based on their MOS.
Yep.
And Stefan, I think, I mean, you were in the longest, and you've seen so many of these kids come and go, and I think
early 2000s to 2015.
And I think what you've said hits it right on the nail, or hits it right on the head. That this is something that would work, and Jake even agrees. I think this is something that would work. Now, I don't think they're ever gonna. I mean, my idea or our idea or anyone else's idea, I don't think they're ever going to look at it. But
no, I think it's a great idea.
It's a possibility.
But in the end of the day, just seeing the world as it is, the only way it's going to happen is if you're saving the money. And if you did happen to save the money, is that money going to be beneficial? No, it's going to be dumped into some worthless program that has nothing to do with who saved the money.
But that's because we're not. I mean, the government's not here to make money. The government's here to spend money, and they spend what they make. And
right.
I just think, like, we're not on a program. We don't have the following and the listeners for anyone to step up and start this viral. But I mean, I just think, I've been. There's things like this that I think about when I'm driving, because I do my best thinking when I'm driving. And I don't know. I just thought that this is something that should be guaranteed to everyone who joins. At least a minimum benefit after you get out based on your MOS.
I think it's more so of people like you or Bowen stepping up and taking those positions, fighting to take over, getting in, fighting to make that kind of change. It can't be some college kid that studied fucking law or study something and go, hey, you should take care of veterans.
Yeah, I'm not well spoken enough.
So Bowen, let's go and we'll testify in front of the House Committee on Veterans Affairs. We'll have to wheel you. We'll wheel you up to the.
I'll wheel him. I'll be his wheelchair.
You'll be the wheelman.
I have no problem. I'm strong. I can do that. I'll fight anybody that wants to attack you.
They got
what I think,
my man.
So I think it's a conversation that should be had. I just hate the fact that every several years, when we get towards an election time, the veterans are made pawns in this game, and I think this is a way to end that.
We're always going to be pawns.
I know, but like I said, they have no problem. They don't want to offend the purple-haired fat chicks in this that are making Social Security disability. So
they did rethink some shit, though. They kind of forgot that they had a bunch of war fighters that were under attack again all of a sudden. Wait a minute,
dude. When I first got out and I went on SSD, I had to get a lawyer. Yeah, I was 100% from the VA out of the gate, and they're like, this dude is fucked up."
Isn't it funny how lawyers will sit there and fight for someone to get disability through the Social Security Administration, but yet they have to basically fight uphill for the VA to get you your percentage?
Yeah.
Where that lawyer with the Social Security Administration has no problem fighting for your Social Security, and it usually gets pushed through.
That was crazy. I made it to the judge, and she looked at all my medical records. And she was like, "Oh, you're medically retired, went through WTU. What are you doing here?" I was like, "I don't know. You tell me what I'm doing here." She's like, "This is a waste of my fucking time." This is exactly what she said. "This is a waste of my fucking time."
So that kind of brings us to the point of the night where we can now be a little funny and watch some or look at some memes and reels.
Hold on. I think you before we go, I think you made some very good fucking points. I really hope someone sees this.
I hope so
It's
too.
up to us to share
I
it.
know there's got a lot of people. There's gonna be a lot of people out there that are gonna be like, nah, fuck them. You know, everybody. If they didn't do shit, they get a 0.
No, because I
No.
feel like that was a very real. Again, at first, I didn't want to. That wasn't mind spec, but mind spec.
Right, but this also keeps those people who didn't do shit from getting more than they deserve too.
Right. No, I hope somebody sees that and actually is open minded enough to just think about it for a second, because I don't think that was a dumb thing.
No, I think Wise nailed it. You're gonna hit a lot of pushback on those people who are like, oh, what my service doesn't equal to your service.
But
Like you're gonna get the people that, well, we don't want to tell them no.
but the thing is that it's where that's where the common denominators of conditions
Right, would fix it.
for each MOS. I mean, they're basically that's where they're at least saying like, oh, your service, my service didn't matter compared to theirs. It's like
Right.
it's not that. It's just that these are the
Should just
common
look at-
conditions between MOSs. If you have something else wrong, it's documented. Go for it. I don't care. But at least this is a minimum to the point where this is what someone deserves based off of
All
their
I
own.
know is that there's more non-combat MLSs that get sign-on bonuses than combat
I know.
MLS.
I didn't
I
get
don't-
one.
There's more
Well, you
people who
weren't-
get to go and print paper and got 20K,
Mhm.
but you break your fucking back and it's go fight the VA.
But then here, does that minimum? So let me throw a wrench into it. Does that minimum increase the more years you have in that MOS?
Yes, it has to.
And if you do your 20 years, should you be guaranteed just 100%?
But then does that
No,
alleviate
not
the
100%.
signing up?
If you do,
But it doesn't matter until they change the rule. Anyways, you can't collect your 20-year retirement and 100% VA. They offset each other.
But if someone's guaranteed 100% after 20 years, is this a way of preventing them, or not preventing? Is this a way that they can be guaranteed a retirement without having to do a retirement?
No, I get what you mean. So if you did like 12 years and then all of a sudden that equals out to 100%, like you could retire before having to retire. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying if they do their 20, that would be 100%, or
Oh.
whatever the retirement year is now.
Oh,
So let's say you did 12 years and got out, then your minimum would be a 60%.
no,
Right.
I don't think it should, because
Okay.
when you're retired, you're retired. You don't have to keep working. The problem is that
But 12 you can't retire at 12 years.
right. But when you retire from the military, let's say you get out at 12 years, you still have to work until you're 65 now.
Right.
So when you retire from the military, you have a retirement now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to work anymore. So it's
But a lot of them do go to work after.
right, but you don't have to.
But you don't have to.
People
what
that
I'm
get
saying
out
is-
and continue that they
you
have
just
they have
can't
to wake
afford
up-
not to.
They
What
have
I'm
to wake
saying
up.
is there would be like two different avenues. So if you were in for 12 years in a certain MOS, let's say you get out in 12 years, in your minimum is now 60%. Anything above and beyond that, you got to do the exams, all that other stuff. You go 20 years to retirement, you've got a choice: either accept your retirement or take 100%.
Right.
What do you think, Bowen?
I can see where you're coming from. Those numbers would have to be really, really dialed in too.
I get
Would that mean like Bowen would only get to claim one of the things he's getting paid?
so?
No.
Bowen, how many years were you
Like,
in?
would you lose out on
12,
something
just over,
because you
just
got
shy of
100?
13.
Okay, 12, right? I didn't
Yeah.
hear you. Okay.
Just I was like a month shy of 13 years.
Okay. So let's say they rounded it up to 13 years. You get
Yeah.
60%
Mhm.
right out of the gate. What would you have done then?
Oh, easy.
Let's
I
say
mean,
let's say you weren't medically retired. Okay.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying this involves the medically retired. That's a whole nother.
Yeah, this is just something totally different.
I'm just saying, at 12 years, I'm decided to get out because I got a job offer. You're given 60% minimums.
Yeah, I mean that would be amazing because
I mean, yeah.
Well, here's my thing too, because like let's say you do 15 years and you say fucking I'm done, but you don't get anything of the time you put in for time served. At least our generation does.
Right.
Now it's more of a 401k, style.
Right.
So you put in what you put out.
Right.
So in that situation, that makes total sense because hey, I did 12, 13, 14, 15 years. I should get something back out of that. Because in any other job, federal, anywhere else, you're still going to get something for time served.
Yeah. And if you've got a 401k going, that's great. You don't have to touch it until you're 65 anyway. But you're bringing in 60% disability rating as a minimum because you did 12 years. And let's say 15 years, it's a 75% or 70%, whatever, however those numbers drive. But what I'm saying is then at 20 years, you got a choice. Take retirement, never work again, or take the 100% and have the opportunity to work again.
Yeah. The choice is yours because you're going to have, what you get from the Army. And as long as you get, your disability on top of that, why not?
Right.
Yeah. I don't think you should get 100% if you retire.
Well, no, it's a choice. It ultimately comes down to what do you have in your 401k? Can you touch your 401k before retirement? Are you penalized? Blah, blah, blah. Or am I going to be making enough at 100% each month with the yearly increase to live off of?
Right. Okay, we mean TSP, not 401k. Your TSP.
I was actually about to ask. I'm like,
okay,
are you 401ks or
it's
401k like
it's the government's version of 401k.
Yeah. So that plus anything outside of that you might be invested in as a 401k because you can do IRAs.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just working numbers here as far as like making things easier and making things more understandable because if you're at that 15 years and you're getting to the point where, I can do another 5 years and then just fucking retire the rest of my life.
Right, because some guys can't.
They can't. Right.
They're too fucking broke.
Based on where they live, how many family members they got. But if you're taking that 100% at the VA, you can have your dependents on it. And it's based off a zip code where your 401k isn't. And who's to say after 20 years, a young kid can even dip into his 401k? Or you won't be able to do IRAs.
I can't even
you can.
Pension until I'm 65.
Exactly.
Dumb, man.
So that kid that was in for 20 years and he's getting out, say, like at 25 or whatever, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
And he has no rating right now at the VA when he gets out at 20 years.
And see, like, you also, if they do 3 years and you give them too much money, they're going to become bums. They could become bums.
Well, that's why I would saying, like, as an example, 10% or whatever it is on their zip code at that time.
Yeah.
So this is kind of some of the conversations I wish they would have in Congress and at the VA as far as trying to.
You'd have to put any sort of a brain in that.
Oh, yeah, but it all starts with having that baseline.
Right.
Even if one of them had one wrinkle on that brain,
it's all
be a lot better than we are.
All politicians are smooth brains, so we need like a couple wrinkles and ridges.
Like someone needs to grab the butter, just squeeze it real quick.
That's it. Just a quick. I think
give it a quick little.
If we collectively just had like one veteran speaker that was like, "Hey, listen, just listen."
You know what, though?
And then they played this podcast for a little bit, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, that's not a good idea."
Well, does that just lead us back to term limits? If you had fresher, newer minds, you probably get different opinions on shit.
Ooh, that question actually. Would they kick people out of the military at a certain time so they don't have to pay them as much?
Like, would you get kicked out at 19?
No, I think that would be. I think they would have to have a large or a big enough track record of reasons why.
No, I mean, if they're going to red card like they did after Desert Storm, but
Yeah.
that wasn't because of that was they didn't have jobs for them. They didn't. What are we supposed to do with all these fucking dudes?
Yeah.
And we're lucky that they didn't do that after the last 2 wars.
Yeah, but
We're lucky that people are still in.
They did look at dumb reasons to chapter people out.
Most of the people we chaptered out were shitbags to begin with.
I won't name his name, but he got chaptered out because he had neck tattoos.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot different now than when it was
Remember him?
Than it was after Vietnam or Desert Storm, where after those 2 wars they basically just said go home. Now it's different, where with the contracts you still got to follow, everything that's going on. But I would say by 19, 20 years, there'd better be one hell of a track record for someone to get kicked out before they got their guaranteed minimums.
Who's to say that there'll even be soldiers in the next 19, 20 years? There could be
robots.
That's what I'm saying. And all this stuff we're talking about, these baselines, the contingencies are going to change. Everything is going to, like you're saying,
warfare
drone warfare, remote warfare, long range warfare. No, granted, those
are the armchair warriors.
Yeah, you're never going to not have some type of need for infantry,
right?
Not yet, at least, but it's going to get to that point.
Yeah,
quickly too. It wasn't that long ago that they were. But
in the last 4 years,
First World War was,
I don't think
100
so,
years
guys.
ago? 100
Yeah,
years
I
ago,
think it's
trench
gonna be
warfare.
it was
I know,
110.
look at the last 2 years. The last
trench
2
warfare
years, they've
in
gone
Russia,
from
Ukraine right
frontline
now.
trench fighting to drones.
Right, but I'm saying they didn't even have tanks back then. Like they were still trying to figure out the tank. 10, 20 years ago, 110. Yeah.
110.
All the drones did was kill the aesthetic of a tank. Now it has to look like a shaggy dog. Like a mop bucket driving around. It don't look cool no more.
I don't think that like robotic warfare is far off. I really like a pure robotic where it's just drones.
Another 10 years, dude. It's gonna be full blown. Just
I don't think that's far away.
I don't think you'll ever eliminate the human factor in it. I don't think you'll get rid of that.
You'll have humans operating them, but why would you need to send humans to kick?
No, I think you'll still have infantry. You'll still have boots on ground guys doing shit. You might get robotic assistance and things, but I don't think you're going to eliminate human from it.
I mean, have you seen that robot walking around like he's walking like Joe Biden? I mean, come on, I just knocked that thing over.
Yeah, but look at how far AI is coming. 5 years?
Hey,
the last 12 months.
We're only 2 years or 3 years away from Terminator.
Yeah, for real.
That's what I'm not. I don't think it's that far away. I
think it is. I don't think it's like you guys have said. They already got capability of just completely wiping out signals in an area. I mean, that's they've already have fighting tactics against it. Like, it's not like, oh my god, drones came and it ended a war. No, like Ukraine's fucking giving hell. Russia's
why haven't they used it yet?
They have been using it.
I've seen a lot of drone warfare.
There is a lot of drone warfare.
Why not?
But it's not ending the war. It's not making anything stop. It's just like another. Oh, they got a bunch of rockets. I mean,
yeah.
It hasn't
at
changed
this point,
the fact
it's just
of the war.
It's at a stalemate right now with those two.
I mean, it's a cool thing to see.
They're using, the anti-drone warfare stuff. We're not going to give them our fucking shit to be captured by Russia.
Yeah, and not only that, if you look at Ukraine as an example, they're producing more drones than they can operators. So right off the bat, you're already outnumbered. You just send infantry out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a good asset. I agree. You're going to get more investment in it, but you're not eliminating human soldiers.
So
you're not going to let the electronic make that decision.
let's put a pin in that discussion for another night as far as benefits and or like pros and cons of electronic and drone warfare. That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah,
That is
that's a
again,
whole nother
that's
can
the
of worms right there.
ADHD of this podcast taken in.
I know, it's you, man. Changing the subjects.
Hey, you guys follow. That's not my fault.
I know. So we're gonna look at some reels and memes real quick because I've been saving them over the last few weeks since we haven't been on.
We should be cussing you out for not being a part of us in the last couple.
I've been
episodes.
sick, man.
No
You know,
excuse.
the illness I went through, man, it was a pain in my ass.
I will be
That would have
honest,
been a hit video if you were on here just puking your brains out.
I've just been lazy.
We figure you were moving or something.
No, 11:30 is late for Josh.
Oh man, it is 11:30. All right, so we're all right. So let me pull up.
I wish Derek was on here. We were blasting Fit for Treason in the shop.
Oh yeah.
Good.
People were like, "Damn, this is sick." I was like, "Yeah,
Okay,
He's
so
I know that guy."
who here knows who Baby Billy is?
fuck yeah, I love Righteous
Yeah.
Gemstones.
He's my boy.
Uncle
So
Baby
I found-
Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy. So here's this. We're gonna show this one. This is when it's your turn with the boss for your raise.
Hey, Hoy, have you watched this shit yet?
No, I've never seen
You
Oh my
need
god, it's hilarious.
to watch The Righteous Gemstones. It is fucking hilarious.
it. Is it on Netflix?
HBO.
HBO Max.
Okay.
I'll give you my username if you need it.
So let me hear. Let me. Know what it is.
Account shut down.
Cal,
I thought I said that quiet enough.
HBO gets in our chat.
Yeah,
Thanks for
absolutely
informing us.
fucking not.
Where did
Okay,
it go?
what's the name of the show?
Like fucking
The
disappeared.
Righteous Gemstones. They also did. There's a one called Vice Principals. The same cast. It's fucking
Oh yeah.
too.
Hold on. So for some
Due to your
reason,
public comment, we are increasing your premium.
Oh, we see you on Twitch.
Now you got to go on there like trying to be like, I love HBO Max. It's the greatest streaming
HBO Max
service.
is
I don't
the
use
greatest.
none of it.
They're the most well priced people
Alright,
we
I'm
have.
adding it to my watch
All of a
list
sudden,
here.
your
Dude, it's
account like
so
you get
fucking
3
funny.
free months.
It's so goddamn funny.
Oh, dude,
I
I,
like
didn't
those
know
China ones.
what's his name was in it.
one. This the best. I was like, oh, he's working on that social credit score hard. He's trying to be able to ride the bus again.
let's try this again. It wouldn't let
Okay,
me
wait.
present. Share my
Yeah.
screen. Oh,
I
what
can't wait
is
for you
going
guys to
on? here?
watch this show.
I can't wait to watch this clip.
Well, it's not letting me share it. There's an error. That's
That's
good.
HBO getting me right now.
Oh, it's your
Government
comment.
always fucking with me.
It's in Minecraft. You always have to end it with Minecraft.
Mein Kampf.
Yeah.
I like Walter Goggins.
Where'd you even find that?
Walter Goggins, hilarious, man.
I don't know anything about acting, but I can. Walter Goggins, goggles.
He plays his role so fucking well, man.
He's
And
a
then you
good
got
actor.
John
He doesn't get
Goodman.
enough credit, dude.
Fucking John Goodman too.
Yeah, John Goodman, but I mean, he's an OG though.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
So
Walter
it's
Goggins.
not giving me the option to share anything anymore.
Wow, you've been banned.
Man.
Too many racist comments.
No, for some reason sharing the screen isn't working.
Oh,
So Hitler, not that bad of a guy. You know? This is why we can't.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have seen way more people listening to his speech transferred to English that are like, I have questions now. It's like, yeah, there was a reason it wasn't.
Was he
translated
Charlie
English.
Kirk before Charlie Kirk?
I don't know. He could have been the first Messiah.
Oh, I better stop before I get black SUVs here.
So I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not letting me share the screen.
This is super unfortunate.
Access.
It's not letting me share any of the screens I've got.
Wait, Bowen, didn't you
Check your
start the,
emails. Like you don't have the clearance, bud.
What
didn't
is
you
it?
start the chat?
No.
I didn't start the chat.
Who's
Jason? Jason owns the chat. He can do it. It's his.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
his chat.
I know nothing about technology.
He
which
has
is why I'll
the
never own
master.
a drone.
He has the Reich account.
It's the first right.
So I guess you're all gonna have to wait until
Oh.
next time.
We completely missed the comment that was in the stage.
There was a comment.
Oh, I saw it, but I think we answered it.
What,
Oh,
you have
shit.
to still feed the system and it has to stay documented. That means follow-ups, no money going into the system, no money going out.
There's M Mouse.
That's Misty.
That's Misty.
Hey, Misty, oh my god. Duh.
No, I see.
You're
what she's
so
coming from.
late that she's
Yeah,
probably
and-
not even watching anymore.
Well, no, but she was right. Which we did cover that. That's where they start the new base medium to feed the system. Then anything after that is for the documentation.
Hell yeah. So
So
you
for
can't
some
show any
reason-
memes right now?
No, and for some reason that if I there's an audio setting that happened in between the last time we watched and now, and I would have to close out my Chrome and restart it for me to share screens.
If I change mine to a brick wall, does that help?
No, it doesn't.
What about a house like that for it?
The calming house. Go play the piano. I want to hear you play the piano.
Did my
Okay.
best. What's this?
Oh, it worked. Whoops.
Yeah, for you guys.
Yeah, you just can't.
I can't.
Poverty.
Fucking Apple. At it again.
Poor people.
What is feeding the ducks?
Oh,
It's like
that's when
feeding
you're
the geese,
jerking it.
buddy.
You're feeding the geese, bud. You never heard that one?
No.
Choking the chicken.
Well, that yeah.
Feeding the geese.
I love butt drugs.
I love my drugs.
I love butt drugs.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's a good one. It's nice when it comes back up every now and then. Hey, what was that Victorian slang?
Wait, what?
Torres on here. What was the Victorian slang you were talking about earlier?
I can't show it, but I'll go
But
through
you
it.
can talk about it.
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Was
So-
it Google Naggle?
There are some.
Watch your mouth.
So
Watch your mouth.
So during the 19th century and the Victorian age, there was a lot of slang that was common throughout Victorian times. So a lot of people are saying we really should bring this slang back. So one of them is called, and this means always smiling. It's called giggle mug.
Giggle mug.
And that guy's a giggle
Oh.
mug.
Bowen's about a giggle mug right now.
Always
Hmm.
smiling.
Poison
And then
is
this
fun.
one. So this one refers to pouring tea. It's called bitch the pot.
Bitch the pot. That's my favorite one.
Is that your favorite one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I bitch the pot on coffee.
yeah, so bitch the pot means pour the tea. Got the morbs, which means temporary sadness.
Problem is, the new slang is gat.
I'm deep in the morbs.
Got the morbs.
Would you say Nella?
I'm a wafer.
I want to be a wafer.
You are.
So this one happens to a lot of us.
You almost said you are, but you stopped.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Um,
You got my hopes up.
Forgot you were. Yellow.
Thought you were yellow. I knew it.
This next one happens to a lot of us, especially in the veteran and military world. It's tight as a boiled owl.
Who
So tight as a boiled owl means you're drunk.
is that? Is that close to like a twiga?
No.
What was that face? What are you drinking?
Bourbon.
Did you bitch the pot on that bourbon?
I don't know why that was so tight in the mouth. That should be
What?
a Victorian saying.
No, it's bitch the pot.
What does that mean?
So I don't know how this if this happens to many of us out there, but this one means embarrassed. So Jake was poked up.
He's poked up all right.
He sure is poked up.
He was
Controlling my hat
embarrassed.
right now.
How'd you know I was erect?
Poked up.
We've seen that blue pill.
I'll show you poked up.
These ones mean breasts. So it's Cupid's kettle drums.
Cupid's kettle drums.
There's
It feels like so much to say to flirt.
You got some really nice Cupid's kettle drums.
You guys, so I love your Cupid kettlebells.
Let me swim in your Cupid's
Jake,
kettle
what
drum.
size are your kettlebells?
oh, they're pretty big.
They look like 25-pound kettlebells.
So this next one, I want Jake to call when he needs to call his boss and say that he's not feeling well. He's
Call him right now.
You're not up to dick.
Oh, okay, I got that.
That's conflicting, man, because I'm always up to dick.
It's
So,
like, hey, I got to call off today. I'm not up to dick.
what if your boss is named Richard? So you're not up to dick?
I think my boss would actually really enjoy if I called him and said that. I'm not up to date today. He'd be like, all right.
He'd probably mishear you and only hear dick. And he's like, why are you calling me?
He gives me some leeway. He knows I'm not okay.
Are you drunk, Josh?
This next one, I want you all to know that you're my chuckaboos.
Whoa.
This
I think
next-
you got to be careful saying that one.
I have a weird flag on my screen now.
Yeah, I
This next
know.
So chuckaboos means good friends.
I'll say.
Uh-huh. That's what I was like. That was the first meaning that came to my head.
So the next one means you're completely absurd or untrue. Balderdash.
I've actually.
You're very balderdash.
very balderdash.
Yeah.
But it's not your fault you're balderdash. It's the all-timers.
The next one is too much extravagance
That's my penis.
or too much luxury. Butter upon bacon.
That's it's.
I don't think you got butter on bacon. That's exciting. You're more like bacon in the fridge.
Easy foreskin.
Easy
Hey now.
Why is changed my name to foreskin? The number 4 than skin.
No, your new nickname is Scar.
Scar skin.
Scar. Help me, brother.
Show him the scar. This is initiation, bud. Touch it for good luck.
There, he's now Skarsky.
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 Hell yeah.
Skarsky and slut.
Skarsky is
But other than that, I mean, those were the topics tonight, and I feel really bad because I had some good reels because I've been saving them. And the week and a half I was sick, I just laid in bed, saved reels and all that stuff, and now I just can't watch them. So we're gonna have to do it again next week.
Dang it.
No, whatever. He went to a gooning convention.
Oh, you know what? I actually read the furry convention was in Ohio this past weekend.
Oh,
Really?
is that where you were?
Why are you tracking furry conventions?
Yeah.
I have a furry
Is that why you
tracker
needed the 10 extra grand?
because I'm hunting wabbits.
Fuck, I need an extra $1,000 right now to pay this HVAC off.
You know, speaking of that, what you just said,
What
Jake.
animal would you be?
What?
So what you just said, hunting wabbits. So this week I had to. My brother and his family were on vacation, so I had to go take care of their dogs and that. And my niece has rabbits,
Oh shit!
and every time I'd be going to feed the rabbits, it'd be like hunting wabbits, kill the wabbits, kill the wabbits,
Kill the wabbits.
I thought the story was going to go a lot worse. Talking
No,
about
no, no.
dogs and rabbits.
So, but that reference, like my nieces and nephews had no idea what I was talking about.
No, because cartoons don't exist anymore.
Warner
don't
Brothers
even show
cartoon,
that
Looney
anymore.
Tunes, they don't play anymore because they were too racist.
I miss
the old school Looney
Animaniacs
Tunes.
so
No,
much.
there's a damn it. Cartoon Network has one where they bring back all the old like Flintstones and Jetsons.
Some of them have
Boomerang.
been changed.
Boomerang. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. If you have it on your system, yeah, it's great to watch because you can watch all the classics.
If you have to go to the furry
Animaniac.
convention, what is your animal?
Hmm.
What are you dressing up as?
Dog catcher.
No, you have to be an animal. They already told you can't do that.
Yeah, I know. If I had to be an animal,
I want to be a snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm going to be a snake, but I'm going to have my arms and legs.
Slithery snake.
that would make you a lizard.
That would make you a lizard.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's going to be a snake costume.
No,
Oh,
you would be
okay,
a
so-
lizard.
You're a lizard who's identifying as a snake.
Bango.
Bango. Bongo.
I still got fingers.
I still got my foot. My foot in.
I can still goon in the convention.
So what, Jake? What would you what would you be?
Fuck, I don't know. Probably an owl.
Who?
Yeah, so I'd say who the whole time. Who?
Heard somebody was haunted in the in the office.
Someone called you an owl. Who?
Motherfucker.
You guys are thinking too small.
What about
What
you,
are you gonna
Stefan?
be?
What would you be?
Yeah, what are you-
Fucking honey badger, so I can just punch everybody up through.
Honey
He's
Badger
gonna have,
don't give a
like-
shit.
It's just gonna be some spray paint lines down his back, and he's just decking fools like honey badger.
Okay,
I'm
wait a minute.
a
Wait,
honey
wait, wait, wait. So let me come back to something. You just said wiener. Jake, hold on.
Brought back a memory.
Why is Wiener bringing my name up?
That's
Hold
the
on.
weird
Hold on.
Hold on.
Jake, wait.
Okay.
Did you remember your altar days?
No, Jake.
Yes,
No,
sir.
Jake.
Yes, sir.
Why is there so much freaking wiener exposure on and male nudity on the Righteous Gemstones?
I don't
Oh, it's a gay show.
know.
No,
I think it's because it's making fun of the church. I think that's
I
why.
know, but I mean, Walton Goggins water skiing naked, and they've got it right there, clear up on the TV. Like
He's look at Shaft though. Honestly, it's pretty meaty.
well, I wonder if some of all that stuff was computer generated because they might have been wearing green suits. It's hard to say.
Maybe,
but
like if not,
I-
you cock.
I don't know, man. As soon as I started watching it, it's like, man, HBO really loves their male nudity and wieners everywhere.
Well, you got
He feels
the,
really
the,
gay.
the gay son who's into what's his name? Who's
Oh,
the same
Kelvin?
one? Yeah, Kelvin.
Kelvin and Keith.
Keith. Keith.
You're telling
Then
me
you
you're
got-
watching a show
got-
with wieners flinging around?
No, I'm telling dude.
No.
you have
I'm
to
just. I
watch
was
it.
very
No.
surprised. I was just very surprised at all the initial male nudity that was on the show.
I believe it's because it's HBO.
Yeah.
HBO
But I'm thinking
used
like
to be the go-to for
a
jerking
a
off.
dark comedy show about televangelists, and they've got a lot of hell of male nudity in it.
Just so you know, that scene was CGI. I just checked.
I figured.
That's unfortunate.
It was.
I figured
CGI.
they all
They're
are
all
because
single cams.
I thought
I
he had
figure
a
they-
fucking hog on him.
I
Look at
figured
that
they-
thing, man.
yeah,
It's a
I mean-
elephant arm.
I figured they all are because they all have about the same wiener.
It's thick.
You're examining them. You memorized
It's
them.
right on fucking. It's right in front of your face on TV, man.
Yeah, but you're talking like
You
the
can't
veins
deny
in the
it's
same
there.
spot.
You can't deny it.
They have the same mole.
Yeah.
Listen, the power of Christ will get you, and you win.
That's a sin.
Tell you what, it's a great show though.
Oh, it's
I'll have to watch. I just added it to my
I'm in
list
season
earlier.
4.
No way. We just had this conversation. You ended it with "It's a great show."
I've watched it.
No
I've watched
fucking
it.
way that just happened, but
I've watched it 3 times. 3 times.
you're
I've watched it.
memorizing wieners and you're telling me it's a great show. No, stop.
I'm not
What happened
memorizing
to you?
wieners. I was just really surprised there are a lot of wieners on the show.
I think you're still sick.
I don't think there's enough wieners.
I don't think there's
Just like in Breaking Bad, they happen to always show Walter White's ass.
Not enough.
not
I mean-
enough, dude. We need more.
Get him.
All right, I am gonna take my dogs to bed.
This is like
Yeah,
the
you
longest-
guys, we're closing out the show on wieners. So
On the wieners.
On the wieners. $1.50
Hey.
wieners Costco.
there we go. Somebody had some fun with that one.
Kate Sullivan. Someone's laughing at us. That's cool. Hell yeah, brother.
All right, so
Who
the
the fuck
veterans,
was
we are
that?
entering.
We got a viewer, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, it's all about dicks.
It's all
We
about
are coming
wieners.
up.
All right, boys. So, hey, thanks for a great show tonight. We'll see you back next Friday. Don't forget, catch us on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, all your other streaming platforms out there, whatever you listen to podcasts
No
on.
way, dude. No way we did a 2-hour video and we get a viewer at the wiener topic.
It is fucking crazy. Yeah,
We had a very informative, constructive conversation.
How do you know
earlier.
they haven't already been watching?
and
I hope.
who is
I
it?
really hope so. Please go back and watch it. We're not just about wieners.
This
you
is
know.
something
Yeah.
you do as well.
Yeah, we're not just wieners.
We're not just wieners.
We might
It's
be
also about
dicks.
foreskins.
We might be dicks, but we're not a bunch of wieners.
We could put more
Yeah.
wieners on here if that
We can
would-
add the session. The ending is the best part.
Yeah, because it's over.
That's what she said.
That's what you said. Thank God it's over.
That's
She
cool.
goes, I've had enough of this wiener.
Oh man, I feel sorry for Misty and for Sam.
Oh, don't feel bad.
She'll be all right.
They'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll trauma bond later.
And Morgan, I mean, I don't know how he wheels up to it, but he's got it.
She
Oh,
lifts them up.
Fuck, I never thought about a handicap wiener. That's gonna be crazy.
Right?
I can't wait to get an inflatable one. Just
How many blue chews to make your legs work?
It's your penis pump.
All right, boys. Hey, thanks for a great show. Don't forget, catch all the recordings and everything else on Rumble and
Yeah, get your
YouTube.
coffee.
Yeah, make sure you get some coffee while you're out there. Support veterans and their veteran-owned company, Cross Sabers Coffee. We love you.
bought 4 pounds of coffee.
And it's
All
for
right, you
penises.
did. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Shameless
We'll see
sponsor.
y'all later. Thanks for joining us. Catch you next week. And don't forget, you're not done wiping until
I've seen that.
You didn't see shit.
Don't
you're
do
not
that.
done until the toilet paper sticks to your tongue.
It must have been a while, huh?
Yeah, you're stuttering.
Yeah.
Poop
Poop on the
Where
tongue or
am
toilet
I?
paper, whatever it is. Woo.